Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes as we take a look at Hurricane Delta with hurricane warnings up from the easternmost part of Texas and then along the Louisiana coast to about Morgan City. We've got storm surge warnings in the purple. You've got tropical storm warnings that are up all the way inland into Louisiana, and it's going to make landfall later today. We can take a look on the perspective from the satellite loop. During the night, we had the eye reappear briefly. You see it right there, a little pinprick size eye, and then it disappears. But we still have a fairly well defined system here as it moves along to the north, and weather conditions are deteriorating along coastal Louisiana, with the worst of it for this afternoon and for the first part of tonight. You see here on the tight satellite loop, the hurricane is just moving right along. It's done with strengthening. There's going to be some strong upper air winds, wind shear that is going to maybe weaken this a little bit, which would be very good news. This hurricane is going to make landfall within about 15 or 20 miles of where Hurricane Laura made landfall about 6 or so weeks ago. It is the sixth time this hurricane season that Louisiana has been under uh, inside that cone of uncertainty that the Hurricane Center uses in their forecasts. Of course, now the certainty is there, and if you look on the weather hurricane tracking models, we're seeing a very, very tight cluster here moving inland. Looks like just east of Lake Charles, maybe close to Cameron, Louisiana, and then turning northeastward and accelerating away. And of course, we're interested in all of this because we're trying to figure out how the holiday weekend is going to come out. And again, the support is there for the system to weaken. You see on the intensity models that we are just about still at a category 3 hurricane, but it may just weaken into a 2 before it makes landfall. The latest advisory from the Hurricane Center and the forecast map from them is at 26.9 north, 93.7 west. Now, this is the 5 a.m. Eastern Time advisory. So if you're watching this later today, please go to nhc.noaa.gov for the latest update. Top winds 120 miles an hour and moving to the north at 12 miles per hour. All right, so we've taken care of that. Now let's take a look at what we can expect here from eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. First things first, we are going to see our temperatures bounce up nicely today from their morning lows, and by this afternoon, it wouldn't be at all shocked to see temperatures up in the middle and upper 60s, even a few 70-degree readings showing up down in Maryland and Northeast Virginia and South Central Pennsylvania. But for everybody else, I think it's going to be in a range of 65 to maybe close to 70 degrees. Now, Saturday, we're going to warm up and we will have some sunshine. Of course, we will have sunshine today. We're going to have some sunshine for tomorrow. And temperatures tomorrow could make middle to upper 70s. We last hit 80 degrees in New York City anyway. We last hit 80 degrees in back on September 10th. And that's very, very early to stop the 80-degree highs. Now, there have been 80-degree highs elsewhere in this region, especially down into Maryland and Virginia and southern New Jersey. But even in these areas, usually you still see a couple of 80-degree high temperatures in the first part of October, so it wouldn't be that unusual. And then we're going to see things start to go downhill on Sunday with clouds, low to mid 70s. Now, it's a little bit of a struggle here to figure out how much cloud cover we're going to have on Sunday. Maybe we'll start off with a little bit of sun, but clouds are going to be taking over. And then Monday, Columbus Day, is just not going to be a nice day with temperatures mostly in the 60s. And in fact, from New York City north and east, temperatures may be in the 50s for a good part of the day with an onshore wind and dealing with rainfall. Back to the satellite loop, you see skies for the most part in the northeast are clear. There's some clouds coming off the Great Lakes, but that's just nothing unusual there. And we're setting up for a pretty nice day. And with respect to the radar, we're going to give a quick look at that. There's not a whole lot of a lot happening in the northeastern part of the U.S. anyway. It's very, very quiet. It's actually quiet all the way down through the southeast little bit of activity off the Florida coast. And of course, now you're starting to see the core of Hurricane Delta getting closer and closer to land with the rains that are in southwest Louisiana and southeast Texas. And there's also rains that have pushed up into northern Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, some tropical moisture that has run out ahead. But for the most part, it's a pretty quiet scenario. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Nice weather today. Nice weather for Saturday. We do have a cold front coming through late in the day. I'm sorry, Saturday night. Late Saturday afternoon, that front will be moving through upstate New York, and the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe weather there. And after that severe weather that they had just the other day, that was incredible for this time of year. So be on alert here. Hopefully, it doesn't happen. The front weakens as it goes by, and here's our high that builds for Sunday. And now, of course, you see Delta and the remnant rains pushing northeastward. It looks to me that the rains will stay out of the way on Sunday and then come in sometime during Sunday night and for Monday. And now we also have a weather front that's pushing to the east. The rain does move into places like North Carolina and Virginia by Sunday morning. And then during Sunday afternoon, that rain moves up to Washington, D.C., Baltimore. But it really does look like it's going to stay out, maybe coming in during the early evening, late afternoon, early evening, southern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey on Sunday. We get rain on and off for Monday. And because we have this next weather front to the west that's pushing eastward, we're going to see rain and showers probably lingering into the first part of Tuesday in some areas. And that front's going to stall come Tuesday night, Wednesday, and maybe produce a few more showers. And some of that shower activity could be even heavier up into New England. After that, a couple of shots of cool air coming in the longer range, one at the end of next week, and a more important one setting up for late next week and into next weekend. That'll be the coolest air of the season so far. So the Columbus Day weekend for eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England shapes up to be like this. Saturday is the best of the 3 days. Monday will be the worst of the 3 days. And Sunday will be somewhere in the middle. So find time to enjoy yourself on this weekend. There's no Joe and Joe show tonight, and we'll be back probably on Sunday for our usual Sunday morning show at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So everybody have a great day and have a great weekend.